Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my eyebrow routine and how I fill them in. I show you guys everything that I do, and I actually did each eyebrow separately, so you guys will see how I did this one with powder and then this one with pencil. I wanted to show you guys both ways that I do it because I definitely switch back and forth just depending on what I'm in the mood for. The powder is more of a natural look, and then the pencil is more of like a defined, I mean you can tell that my eyebrows are drawn on kind of look. So it just depends on what kind of makeup I'm wearing, and I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while now, but I just had to wait until after I got them waxed because they were so bad. They had grown out so much. It had been like 2 months since the last time I got them waxed. And as you guys are probably very aware of, I have naturally very full eyebrows, so I don't do too much to fill them in. It's not like I'm starting out with nothing. I'm mostly just working with what's already there and just balancing them out. And I think it's so weird that I'm filming this video because when I was younger, my eyebrows were one of my biggest insecurities. Like, I have no problem telling you guys that I had a unibrow growing up. I will probably go ahead and insert a picture right now. Wow, that's like so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm doing this. So I'm finally at a point in my life now where I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing with my eyebrows. I definitely like the way that they look now. They're like one of my favorite features. So it's so weird that growing up, like, they were my biggest insecurity, and now they're something that I really like about myself and people are even like complimenting. So it's crazy how things can change as you get older. So yeah, if you guys are curious about what I do to fill in my eyebrows, just keep on watching. Alright, so this is what my brows looked like before I got them waxed, and at this point they were so overgrown. They looked absolutely awful and it needed to be done so badly. So then this is what they looked like just after getting them waxed. Obviously that makes a huge difference. Even without any makeup on, they just overall look a lot more even. So the first way that I'm going to show you guys to fill in your brows is with a powder, and I actually use an eyeshadow for this. So I start off in the middle of my brow and I just start with any sparse areas that I see, and then I always like to draw a line at the base of my eyebrow just to give it more definition. And then I'm starting to work more towards the outer part of my brows. So I work on the arch a little bit, and then you see me move towards the tail, and this is definitely the hardest part for me. So I'm just basically creating the tail of this eyebrow since it doesn't really have a defined one naturally, and I'm just gonna kind of play around with it a little bit, work on the arch, work towards the center a little bit. It's basically just very repetitive. And one tip is that if you guys want your brows to look more natural, definitely use short little strokes to mimic actual hairs. So then I moved back to the front of my brow, and because I put that line earlier, I wanted to blend that out, so I'm just using upward strokes to push the product up, and then I turn my brush vertical to make it look more like hairs in the front of my brow. And then I am going in with the spoolie just to blend everything out, and whenever you go in with the spoolie, the harder you push, the more it's going to remove the product. So if you messed up, you can push harder, or if you just want to kind of blend everything together, use a lighter hand. And then right here I am just tweezing a few stray hairs that I wanted to get rid of, and then combing them out again. And then once I'm happy with the way everything looks, I just go in with some brow gel to set my hairs in place all day because they will move around if I don't put brow gel on. And then here you can see just the difference that it makes compared to my untouched brow. So then for that one, I am going to use a pencil to fill it in, like I said, and this one is from NYX. It's just the double-ended one that has product on one end and then a spoolie on the other. So I'm again starting with kind of drawing that line at the front of my brow. I just always like doing this no matter what I'm doing to my brows. I just like putting that line there to make them look more defined. And then I'm working on this arch a little bit. This is definitely my worst brow of the two. So I do spend a lot of time working on the arch of this brow. And then what I'm doing right here is just adding a little bit of height to my brow because this one definitely sits a little bit lower than my other brow. So this is just going to make them overall look a little bit more even. So I basically just draw a line connecting the front of my brow to the arch of my brow. And then I'm going in with the spoolie that's on the other end and just combing everything out to soften it and then see where I still want to lay down any more product. So the next thing that I'm doing is going in with a concealer just on a separate little angled brush, and what I'm doing is just outlining my brows. This is really going to clean them up. It's going to make them look so much more defined. It's going to make them look super sharp. I love doing this. I don't know why it took me so long to do it. I didn't even make it that harsh, but definitely try this if you want your brows to look even more defined. And then again, I am just setting him with the same brow gel that I used earlier. And then here you can just see what they look like once they are completely finished. I know they look pretty similar, but I do think that the powder one is a little bit more natural. Alright, so that wraps everything up. I hope you guys found this video helpful and you liked it. If you have fuller brows like me, I hope this was helpful for you. And as always, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I will go ahead and talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!